Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm sharing with you guys my curriculum picks for the 2022-2023 school year for my kindergartners and first graders. So if you're interested, just keep watching. Okay guys, if you're new here, my name is Brandie. I have 4 kids and we homeschooled all throughout the preschool years except for 1 year. I'm so excited this year to get back to it. My twins are going to be in kindergarten and my oldest child is going to be going to first grade. I used Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons to teach my oldest to read last year. This year, my twins are using Teach Your Child to Read as well. And we're going to be halfway through that throughout the summer. So into the fall, when we start school, they're going to be using that as well. I have talked about that ad nauseum on my channel. If you're interested in Teach Your Child to Read, please check out the video in the description below to see how my kids did with that. Like I said, still using it for my twins and loving it. So I wanted to go for an eclectic approach for language arts because my kids are going to be, my twins at least, are going to be in the middle of Teach Your Child to Read, and it was very successful for my oldest. So I'll just show you what I have. Here I have What Your Kindergartner Needs to Know. It is by core knowledge, and it has a lot of Common Core stuff in it, but there's a lot of fairy tales and fables and all kinds of stuff that your kindergartner needs to know, which is great because it's almost like a curriculum in and of itself. If you guys are not new, then you already know that last year my children all used Explode the Code to enhance their phonics. Charlotte and Wesley used Get Ready for the Code, A, B, and C, and Alexa did A, B, C, and the first one. And so she's on 1.5, and she's going to continue using that along with Alpha Phonics. I love that Alpha Phonics, your child ends up on a 3rd grade reading level. Alexa already reads on a 2nd grade. And so I saw somebody flipping through this on YouTube actually, and I saw that in the back, the words were really, really, really big. And so I really want to go through this. She'll go through the first half of this very quickly because she already reads very well. And so then we'll be able to do some of the more complicated phonemes and different things like that using the back of the book. So I'm really excited to use this as her curriculum this year. With Charlotte and Wesley, I use JDA's CBC word practice, and I love this for building fluency. Definitely go to Teachers Pay Teachers and get this. It is her CBC flashcards, and it's really fun to play Guess That Word. That's what I use these for. And so instead of getting an out-of-the-box curriculum, I just decided to piece this together, piece that together, and I'm going to be using a simple plan, Mardell planner, to plan out our whole entire homeschool year, putting together my own lesson plans and all the, based off of the Common Core standards, and as well as just what we want. Very important in Common Core is listening as part of language arts. And so we'll be doing plenty of chapter books, and we'll be doing plenty of picture books from the library, which we do every day and have ever since they were babies. This is Detective Gordon, the First Case. This summer we have read The Boxcar Children. We have read all of the Dory Phantasmagoria books, which was 5 of them. So this is our 7th book this summer. And what I love doing is I will write up on our massive whiteboard in the living room. I will write our vocabulary words that we covered in that chapter. We'll just talk about them. No writing, no nothing. Just talk about the vocabulary words. Talk about the author, talk about the illustrations, talk about the setting, talk about what the plot, what has happened so far, and what we think is going to happen. And that's just a huge part of engaging my kids is through read alouds. We read in the morning, we read in the afternoon, we read at night, depending on how good the book is. And so that's just going to be a huge part of my homeschool is read alouds, and that's what we have done since they were babies, and that's what we're going to continue to do. Please don't feel obligated to go out and get any of this stuff. This is just to give you guys ideas. I found these at our local thrift store, and this is Scholastic Success First Grade Workbook. And I also have the one for kindergarten for my twins. And so basically there is math, reading, writing, grammar, science, and maps in here. And I really love this because it's just very colorful and fun. And it will be something to switch it up if my kids get bored with Explode the Code or anything like that. Or if I feel like they're struggling in a specific subject area, like they're just misspelling words or whatever, I can pull some pages from this and use it. And this was only $1 at my local bookstore. So don't go out trying to find these new. Definitely look at your local bookstore or your thrift shop. And I think I showed you this in another video. This is the nature journal that I'm having her do with writing. And so basically what they're doing is I write on the whiteboard a sentence and it says, I met a friend. Her name was Chloe. And then she drew a picture of her friend. And so we've been doing that throughout the summer. Everything that we've been doing throughout the days. I went mulberry picking. And so that's a wonderful way to practice writing. And also for spelling. I printed off these words and I asked her to read them. She read all of them and the only one she got wrong was that one. And so I'm having her practice writing them. And so I'll just give you an example here. She is basically writing like op words and in words and whatever. And so that's kind of how we're going to be doing spelling, along with this spell and write book I've already showed you. She's been working through that. And that's pretty much it. I do have another book coming for grammar, and that is going to be the Usborne Introduction to Grammar. It's a really beautiful, colorful thing that I think we'll do at least once a week. You know, what's a noun, what's an adverb, and then we'll try to incorporate it into our read alouds, talking about, okay, what nouns did we see? What, you know, adverbs did we see? And so on and so forth. I also picked up for my first grader this Spectrum writing book. Again, this was $1 at my thrift store, and I loved it because there were lots of writing prompts in here. So if we're ever stuck, do it. And also, once she runs out of pages for her nature journal, because we've been working in it all summer, then we can just move to this and not have to worry too much about making a transition. We're going to be using Handwriting Without Tears, and this is going to be our official writing curriculum. I want all my kids to master writing their letters properly, and I've already taken a look in this book, and I like what I see. I like how they tell you down, bump, across, and all different types of strategies for writing the letters. That's what I really need help with, because I'm not the best at knowing how to tell them to write their letters, besides just, you know, making up little songs myself. This is very organized and teaches them how to write the letters the same way every time. So we will be using Handwriting Without Tears, level K, for all 3 kids to make sure they have those penmanship skills down. Now I want to talk about math. You guys know that I bought Matthew C for all 3 of my kids. I got the workbook, I got the teacher manual, I got the manipulatives here. And what I found when I flipped through it was that I just didn't love it. I wasn't excited about it looking at it. And granted, Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons is probably one of the most bland, boring lessons ever. But I don't mind, because I absolutely love literature, and so I know how to make that fun. I don't love math. I really don't. And I need for math to be enjoyable. And so when I looked through this, I thought, you know, it's okay. The DVD was super old, and I just didn't love it. I just wasn't in love with it, because I'm not a huge math person. It's not my strong suit by any stretch of the imagination. So what I decided was, I went on the hunt, and I was like, I need something that's going to be fun, colorful, and engaging. I never thought that I would be purchasing The Good and the Beautiful. Personally, I have always tried to stick to a secular homeschool, not because we are secular. We are not atheists. That's not what a secular homeschool is. A secular homeschool is when you keep religion separate from your basic core curriculum. You just want them to learn about God, love God, be a good servant of God, but also just have a firm foundation on the facts and understanding the subject for what it is. And that's just kind of my approach to it. So I wasn't really interested in any type of religious-based curriculum. However, I am also open-minded. I'm open to trying things. I'm not going to turn down a curriculum that's wonderful for my kids simply because it's Christian. That's ridiculous. Let me explain why I was so excited to purchase the math curriculum for The Good and the Beautiful. For one, my oldest daughter loves crafting art. My second daughter loves art. She loves color. She loves anything dealing with doodling, drawing. She's all about it. And my son loves hands-on, he loves coloring, and he loves stories. And when I downloaded the Math K and I took a look at it, I absolutely loved it. I loved it. I love the color. I love the curriculum. I was reading the lessons. I could see myself doing the lessons. It totally appealed to me in every way. And I knew when I showed my daughters, it was like, oh, it's so pretty, mommy. We love it. That's the approach that I want my kids to have, specifically to math, because I want it to be fun, beautiful, positive, engaging. And I'm so excited to use this. I'm so grateful for the Good and Beautiful for creating a curriculum so beautiful and engaging. And if they learn about some character within there and learn a little bit about God, no problem at all. Love it. I've already flipped through. I don't see anything questionable. I don't see anything overly religious. I don't see anything that would turn me off in terms of, you know, just being overly dogmatic or anything like that. It comes with these little manipulatives, this little manipulative box, and it's just got all kinds of cute little things in it. I got one for each child. I got the whole set for each child because I wanted them to have their own workbooks, and I didn't want them to have to share manipulatives and hold up the lesson. So I did, it was affordable enough to where I could get all three. That's another thing. Affordable, inclusive, come on now. I love the diversity in the books. I'm sorry, y'all say what you want to. Love how they incorporate other subjects. Can't say enough good things about it. Cannot wait to use it. So much more excited about using that than Matthew C. Matthew C may have resulted in my kids becoming mathematicians, but the Good and the Beautiful is going to result in my kids having a positive connotation to math. And that to me is more important because this appeals to all four of us. And so that's something that I can really get behind. Super excited. Okay, another thing that I did, I'll just touch on this briefly. The Good and the Beautiful has their curriculum for language arts as well. And so I printed that off for free because I said, like I said, I'm not buying an out of the box curriculum, but I thought it would be nice to have, you know, a cohesive plan to look at, okay, see what are they learning at this point in the semester? What are they learning this point in the semester? And can compare and contrast. I feel like I've created a well-rounded curriculum, but if we need something more fun and colorful, then I can copy a few pages of the Good and the Beautiful. For science, I am also very thrilled about this. You guys know, if you've been a part of my channel for any length of time, you know that my children love nature. Now, bugs have recently become a problem for some reason, but we've always been outside. We love playing in nature. We love being outside. And so when I saw the Good and the Beautiful science stories, Field and Flowers and Science for Little Hearts and Little Hands, oh my gosh, I had to get it. I had to get it. And honestly, I love it. We're going to be doing this on Thursday on science. And along with that, I got this book called Play Lightly. And it's a book of activities and poems. So like this says The Tree Hotel, that's a poem. And then it gives you a tree activity, a craft to do. So we're really going to focus more on nature studies. And so I'm excited to use the Good and the Beautiful for nature and science this year. Since they're in kindergarten, it's not really real science. It's not supposed to be serious. And they're going to be memorizing a poem from this nature book as well. And going on nature walks as we love to do. So we're going to be doing a few electives this year. We're going to be doing geography, art, woodwork, and science. And we're only going to be doing those one day a week, super loosey-goosey. And so for these two books, as well as the painting book I showed in my last video, is what we're using for art. Teaching art with books kids love, and drawing with children. I'm gonna be using this to create lesson plans for my daughters, especially who love art. And so we're gonna be doing that one day a week. And also occasionally for my nonfiction, because for Read Aloud, we want to also do nonfiction. I'm going to be doing I Wonder Why Countries Fly Flags and other questions about people and places, kind of like a little introduction to social study. But for geography, this is called Hands-On Geography. And it teaches all kind of cool geography concepts, using your body, using things, crafting and different things like that. So I'm super excited to use this. Looking around to see if I forgot anything. I think that is it. Be on the lookout for that list of books. I'm going to be making a video on that. I really hope you like this video. I did a lot of rambling and a lot of talking because I have so much curriculum to go through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and got some ideas. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.